Anyway, Mason, via THR. In one big company buys another big company news.
And we love it.
And we love it, but also in the while we're in hell just as well segment of the show.
Sure.
Netflix.
Oh no. Who's this company? What are they up to? What funny twist on the Netflix environment are they doing? Netflix. I can't think of it.
You'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Netflix has backed out of its purchase of Warner Brothers. So what basically happened was that Paramount, run by two ghouls, David Allison and Larry
Probably a
Ellison.
bunch more ghouls, but there's two main ghouls.
Two main ghouls, yeah. They've been trying to acquire Warner Brothers since Netflix made the deal in December, I think it happened last year.
Yeah.
And so what they've basically done, they've outbid Netflix. Netflix had the opportunity to put in a counteroffer, and they went, no.
Interesting.
They said the transaction, this is from Ted Sarandos from Netflix and Greg Peters. The transaction...
Some guy he knows.
Yeah.
Ted's mate.
This is my neighbor, Ted. Greg, whatever. The transaction we negotiated...
I'm Greg. You're Ted now.
We're both Ted. The transaction we negotiated would have created shareholder value with a clear path to regulatory approval. However, we've always been disciplined, and at the price required to match Paramount Skydance's latest offer, the deal is no longer financially attractive, so we are declining to match the bid. The transaction was always a nice to have at the right price, but not a must have at any price. Yeah, so the Warner Brothers basically said that this is a superior deal.
Okay.
We're looking to up it or up it further. It went from, I think it was $19 a share, which they initially were paying for, went up. Now it's up to $31.
Oh, I got $31.
Yeah, yeah, you might.
Oh, I missed out. I could have done this.
Yeah.
I easily got $31.
So what's crazy about this as well is that Paramount has also agreed to pay the 2.8 termination fee that Warner Brothers
$2.8 billion.
Would require to pay Netflix to terminate the existing merger.
Nice.
Netflix shares actually increased by 10% after this, which makes sense.
Dollars and cents.
Yeah, and I also want to point out this Paramount deal, it's not necessarily a sure thing.
Right.
I think it can fall apart. I don't think it's going to fall apart for regulatory reasons.
Right.
It'll fall apart due to incompetence and bankruptcy.
It might also fall apart, like it might go through and then everything, Warner Brothers will fall apart anyway. I mean, this sort of thing, I've seen a lot of hubbub on the internet that I think is only scratching the surface at, the various double dealings and backstabbings and incompetence and like sneaky ways to avoid paying tax.
Yeah.
They do a thing, again, it's a bunch of stuff that I barely understand, but it's the idea that sometimes a large corporation will buy another corporate entity, and then saddle it with all its debt, and then it goes out of business completely, and then everybtle involved gets fired.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people are going to get fired. That always happens.
It's all, this often happens with like retail outlets or like fast food places or something. A large corporation buys them, saddles them down with debt and takes out loans in their name and does all this sort of stuff, and then the place goes out of business and you can't buy anything there. You can't buy your favorite chicken or whatever it is.
Yeah,
everybody gets fired.
Yeah,
Red Roosters. What's going on there?
It's a tax write-off.
It's a tax write-off for the Coles Margaret,
and it's not very good.
It's not good, and it's getting worse.
It is getting worse.
It's getting worse. So I don't know. Maybe it's that. Maybe they're and again a lot of people have said, okay, well it's part of this. The Ellison twins, who are father and son, but also twins and mutants and ghouls. They are buying this to advance a pro-Trump right-wing agenda, etc.
Absolutely.
And this deal comes with CNN, I think.
Comes with CNN, which means they own TikTok, a huge stake in TikTok, it's the US in particular, Warner Brothers, CNN, CBS.
Right.
I mean, when you own also, just having TikTok in itself, like a major, like it's the biggest platform.
Absolutely.
Like it's like the
Should we get on it?
We are.
Russell Crowe's on it. He's showing everybody his watches. Did you see that?
Well, I don't mind
a lot of people got send me emails about
Russell Crowe showing his watches.
Yeah.
Go Russ, go.
Absolutely. That's the real TikTok.
It is,
the TikTok of a watch.
So apparently also Allison is likely to be called before Congress about this. Senator Elizabeth Warren called this an antitrust disaster.
And I'm voting for it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck does she's been doing insider trading for like 400 fucking years.
They all have,
she
exactly.
Doesn't care.
Yeah. Thanks for giving us the tip off ahead of time, she said.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to vote yes, and I'm going to say it's bad.
This is terrible fucking news.
Well, this is terrible. Also, again, a lot of people have said, okay.
And Netflix wasn't good news either, just to clarify.
I mean, again, we don't know the full extent of the fallout of this. And, a lot of people have said, okay, does this mean the end for DC, Warner Brothers?
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. So the entire DC catalogue, Dune, Harry Potter, Evil Dead, Godzilla, Looney Tunes, Lord of the Rings, Mad Max, The Matrix, Ocean's franchise, Scooby-Doo, Game of Thrones. The video games, all the video games that they now own.
Yeah. But here's the thing also, and this I think has been pointed out, they need money.
Yes.
And if they're just like, we're gonna get rid of all the woke stuff, and we're gonna do anti-woke Batman, and we're gonna do anti-woke Justice League or whatever,
you're in trouble.
Nobody's gonna buy that or buy tickets to that or whatever.
No.
I think I would guess that unless somebody in that kind of creative sphere makes a personal enemy of these guys, they're just gonna be like, well, what was a hit? What, people have pointed out when Ike Perlmutter was the head of some division of Marvel, he couldn't push through as much as he wanted to. Like, he tried.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
But, Kevin Feige had better ideas and he was making the money.
Yeah.
So, a lot of the time, the vote went to Feige.
Oh, that's absolutely what
Ike
it's going to come down to.
just had to leave eventually. So, this if Ryan Coogler's like, I want to do a Sinners prequel or sequel or something, they're not going to go, well, no, I don't see this, because that made a bunch of money. And
yeah, but also they just might.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently also speaking of, they're keeping the creative teams like James Gunn and Peter Safran and Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi, their co-chairs and CEOs at Warner Brothers, they're going to stay on. I feel like this is going to change, though, down the line.
Yeah.
It's like, whenever there's a new boss in anything, there's a changing of the guard, things shift, people get fired, people leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's some things that might happen, though.
Foosball table. Certainly.
Well, David Zaslav said via Bloomberg.
Gunn and Safran, they've been staring at each other across a desk for ages, finally.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So David Zaslav set this up. When we talk about it, he's been stripping Warner Brothers for parts for years, cancelling stuff, stripping stuff back. Actually, their current film slate is pretty good. So basically, his idea is to increase shareholder value.
Nice.
And he said, once our board...
I love that. I got my $31 ready.
He said, once our board votes to adopt the Paramount merger agreement, it will create tremendous value for our shareholders.
I love that.
This is all this is. Some people know that, but it's just about creating value for shareholders. It's not... I mean, nobody thinks this is related to art.
No, absolutely not.
Is that worth mentioning? I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
The one thing is maybe it is better for cinematic releases than what Netflix were going to do. Apparently, they're planning on releasing 30 movies a year, which also isn't more than what. Yeah, that's not more than what they've currently been doing between the two of them.
Right.
Paramount also, when it was bought by them a few years ago, it hasn't done better or anything interesting since. It's not like Paramount Plus is a big streaming app. And speaking of,
go on.
That's going to absorb the content of HBO Max. So Paramount Plus is more compelling for subscribers. So the idea at the moment is to kill HBO Max or rebrand it, I guess, and have Paramount Plus be the home of... That's... What?
Folks, I don't know. HBO, that for literally decades, as long as I've been aware of the concept of television, the idea of HBO is quality entertainment. Why do you keep trying to remove the HBO part of this? Why are you turning it into just Max? That's not anything.
Yeah.
Paramount Plus isn't anything.
No.
It's the one you go, that's on there.
I have that?
Yeah, I have that, exactly.
I accidentally signed up for that once.
I have it because you can add it as a channel on Amazon
Prime,
Video.
Or whatever, Exactly. Apparently, they also leverage artificial intelligence to produce more TV shows and movies. So,
that's terrific. Okay, good.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good. That's the one positive we're getting out of this.
Yeah. I mean, it's all going this way.
What cool AI slop did I see this week? I'll think of it.
It's a little segment called Mason got pushed an AI video of something that he hated.
Sometimes I send it to myself. I'll just search email.
Email it to yourself.
Oh, you know what it is?
What?
It's a video of the Terminator fighting a Predator. Did you see this video?
No.
Well, you're going to see it. It's really good. Can I retrieve post at this time? Well,
Damn.
Great. That's really good.
Yeah. That's the real Terminator.
It's just a video of...
Which Terminator? The Arnold one?
The Arnold Terminator and Predator. Will it come up now? Probably not. But they're just throwing each other through walls. And it's, through Sea Dance or whatever the latest one is. And it's like somebody going, I've always dreamed of this, making this. And it's like... It's like they'll throw each other through a wall, but none of the continuity makes sense. And wounds will open up on the Terminator, and then they've closed
Oh,
up
so
by
it's
the
a
next...
T-1000 Terminator.
No, James, it's the T-800.
I thought for a
It's
second.
the Model 101 that looks like Sergeant Candy. That's who it is, James.
Sorry, I apologize for that.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Apology
like,
not
whatever
accepted.
happened to being like, I always wanted to see that, and just you could imagine it.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Isn't that okay?
And it's just not... Like, again, it's just two action figures.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you look at it and go, okay, Arnold's using the iconic shotgun from T2, or, he's, you see through his eyes and it's the Terminator vision, or the Predator's
You see through his eyes, and he's got the Terminator vision.
They both got kind of Terminator vision, don't they?
In some ways,
he's not using the plasma cannon or whatever.
Yeah, it's just wrestling.
It's just Jim throwing each other through walls. It's just basically the animation from Terminator 2, where the T-800 and the T-1000 are throwing each other, back and forth or whatever.
Classic Predator move.
Classic Predator move.
Just wrestling.
Just wrestling. Yeah, fully visible wrestling.
Fuck me.
Yeah, it was really good. You should track it down.
I can't. It's gone forever.
Apparently it's gone, yeah.
Yeah, all right.